All right, I am working on my 0DTE forest trading and I'm starting out today. The market just opened. We just had the JOLTS jobs report. So I was kind of letting the opening news open up and the market is up a little bit. We can see we're up, let's call it 8 points. And so the idea here is I'm leaning bullish. We have the forecast and a few other setups. I don't want to go in the technical stuff of why I'm bullish. I want to go more into the idea of how to use very little risk to get into some trades. So first of all, I bought two out of the money 0DTE call credit spreads. So if we look at the activity, I bought them for 45 cents each. SPX is trading at 59.40 and change. And I bought the 59.75, 59.80. It's a little bit easier to see over here. So with two contracts, I'm only risking $90 so far. And the idea here is if we do rally up to these strikes, I could sell an offsetting call credit spread to turn this into a butterfly. So right now, let me zoom in a little bit. Right now, I have bought two calls, sold two calls at the 59.80. So down here, I have a 59.80, 85 call spread. If we do the same quantity, we would get two. And then if I add those to the chart, let's say I got filled. I'm not filled yet because I'm not going to place the order. The idea is if I could get 50 cents for the additional call spread to convert to a butterfly, I end up with a risk-free trade and a large payout at $1,000. So if we rally up really hard and we get all the way to the strikes, I might be able to get $1 for this call credit spread. Therefore, my minimum gain would be $110. So this becomes risk-free. So the idea for this trade is to buy a call spread. If it goes in our favor, great. Sell an offsetting call credit spread to turn it into a butterfly and turn it into a risk-free trade. Now, if the market does not go up for some reason and my analysis is wrong, then I'm simply going to lose the $90 here. So let's see how it goes. Let's see what the market does, and I'll update the video in a little bit. All right, we're about 30, 45 minutes from the previous clip, and the market has rallied a little bit. We are now up to 59.55, so now the market is up 21 points. So I think from the previous clip, we were up 8 points. So let's call it we're up 10 or 15 points. I just entered one of the call credit spreads I mentioned in the previous clip. The market is up about 20 points now. That's another 10 or 12 points since the first clip. And I was able to get a credit of 55 cents for that one spread. So I bought two call spreads and then I sold one call credit spread. When you net all of this out, that's 90 cents minus 55 cents, and you end up with 35 cents. So that's exactly how much risk I have on, less commissions, of course. And I just wanted to show what that did to the risk profile. So now instead of having $900 all the way up, I've taken some of the potential gains above 59.80 or so, and I've reduced my max loss risk by a little bit. So again, this is a very low probability trade, meaning I have to have the market move in the next couple hours or this thing's going to lose money. But now my loss is only at $35. So if the market moves up even farther, I might be able to sell another spread for 60, 70, 80 cents a dollar like we talked about before, and therefore creating the risk-free trade. So I'm legging into this. I've reduced my risk and I've covered one of my spreads plus $10. So that's what I'm looking at now. We'll give it a little bit more time and we'll see how it goes. All right, so I was able to leg into another call credit spread, converting the entire trade to basically a butterfly. I took this trade earlier. I actually did it, I don't want to say automated, but I basically put a limit order in to sell that additional spread for $1 and it filled. Let's take a look at that. So just to walk through all the trades at 10:15 a.m., this is Eastern time, I bought two out of the money call spreads. I sold one call credit spread to convert half of it to a butterfly. And then I put a limit order in, which filled at 11:42. And now I'm doing this video a little bit later in the afternoon, but the trade is set and I'm in the trade and I'm now in a risk-free butterfly. And a few minutes ago, this was actually trading inside the tent. So the plan right now is to just let it go. I may choose to, we'll see what, where the close is. If I'm in there and I can get a pretty decent gain, I might take it, or maybe close half of it for a gain. and guarantee some kind of win and then let the rest ride. But right now I'm in a risk-free trade, not quite a forest trade where I have multiple trees, but the grass is green and I do have one tree, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.